Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and today Apple released iOS 18.5 Beta 2. This update was released alongside iPadOS 18.5 Beta 2, macOS 15.5 Beta 2, and we also got watchOS 11.5 Beta 2, tvOS and HomePodOS 18.5 Beta 2, and visionOS 2.5 Beta 2 is also out as well. Now, I am not running the 18.5 betas. I'm on iOS 18.4. However, I'm going to talk about what's new in iOS 18.5 Developer Beta 2. And the first change is in the Mail app. Now, with iOS 18.2, we got a massive update to the Mail app where we have transactions, or primaries rather, and we also have transactions, updates, and promotions in all mail. However, when you take a look, you cannot see that fourth toggle. Well, in iOS 18.5, while it may be a very small and you have to get close to look at it sort of change, if there is a cropped sort of toggle here, if I zoom in on the screenshot, and that is the all mail section to the right of promotions. So here it is on iOS 18.4, and now with the cropped toggle, here it is on 18.5 Beta 2, where we have primary, transaction updates, promotions, and then the cropped section, which would be all mail. That is a nice change in iOS 18.5 Beta 2. Back within the Mail app, however, you also have not only the ability to switch to list view, which we got back in iOS 18.2, but also you can turn off contact posters directly from Mail. Normally, you would have to go into settings, then you would have to scroll to your apps, you would have to type in Mail. Once you go to Mail, you would then have to go to Show Contact Photos, and that would turn it off. You no longer have to do that in iOS 18.5, as there is now an option right there in the Mail settings to turn off contact photos in iOS 18.5. There is also another update in iOS 18.5. If we go into General, About, and Device Coverage, if you have Apple Care Plus, I don't, but if you do, you will see a section that says it with an updated sort of interface in iOS 18.5. You will see sort of that updated interface for Apple Care Plus and sort of the redesigned sort of interface for device coverage. It's showing my iPhone 12, but my iPad is also here. There's two ways you can access device coverage through either General and Device Coverage or General, About, and Device Coverage. There's two ways you can access that. I believe Apple made that change in iOS 18.2. Correct me down in the comments if that's not correct. As far as any other features, well, there is a feature I almost forgot to mention in Photos. I almost forgot to mention this feature. If we go to Recently Deleted, Verify with Face ID, in earlier iOS 18.4 betas, it's looking like I'm seeing it here, but I don't know if this is exactly it. You have an option to recover all photos. It was removed in the betas, but then brought back in beta 1 of 18.5 and removed again. But the option I see here is delete all and recover all. If it's a different recover all button that was removed in iOS 18.4 betas, comment down below, as I didn't get a good look at it, as I'm thinking it's this button here, which looks to be here in iOS 18.4. But Apple removed that option in 18.5, Developer Beta 2. Now, earlier today, I got a notification about a new update. So the new update to Apple Vision Pro, it says Apple Vision Pro app has a new update. Discover new content now. Now, when I go into the app, I didn't get any splash screens. And this is on iOS 18.4. So I believe there's a VIP membership. This is probably the new content in Apple Vision Pro. So it has all new content, letting you know. I believe this is part of it. So guest users, I guess, can let others try with guest users if we go into it here. So I guess a guest user can use the Apple Vision Pro also. So there is new updates within the Vision Pro application. Now, as far as any other features in this update, well, it's pretty minor. We have updates to Mail, a new interface to the update device warranty or device coverage, the ability to recover all deleted photos, and other features. Now, as far as what's next from Apple, well, tomorrow it's possible that we could get iOS 18.4.1. From what I heard, Apple's been testing iOS 18.4.1, and if we do see it tomorrow, I will most certainly have a video as it comes out and talk about what's new in the software and what bugs has been fixed. Now, as far as iOS 18.5 Beta 3, we could see that probably as soon as probably the week of April 21st. And maybe have Beta 4 the week of April 28th, as we now have gone through the 2-week cycle from Beta 1 to Beta 2. We're probably on a bi-weekly cycle at this point. And then maybe have an RC on May 5th or May 6th. And then a final release on Monday, May 12th. And I will have a full video covering what's new in iOS 18.5. There probably won't be much to cover, as this is a small update, as the big update is going to come on the 9th of June when we get iOS 19. And I know I always say this, I might be installing the beta, whether that's on my iPhone or I might put it on my iPad, depending on if I upgrade and I keep this iPhone, as I'm hoping someday I could upgrade this device. I will give you guys some content of iOS 19. Whether I install the beta or don't, I will either, if I don't install the beta, show screenshots and take pictures of the software, of videos I watch, or if I do install the beta, I will just show it to you in person. But either way, I will give you content of iOS 19, so you will see it, whether it's me running it or just being on iOS 18 and just showing pictures and sort of demonstrating the features on iOS 18. Once iOS 19 releases in September, however, I don't know how long my video will be. It's when I started this channel in November of 2024. It was already 2 months after iOS 18 released. So I might do a video that's an hour long to save storage. I probably won't. I'll probably have to split it up and do separate videos, as iOS 19 is going to be huge, huge, huge. It's going to have a major redesign with icon customization, probably bigger than what we already have with iOS 18, and how you can place your icons anywhere on the home screen. As far as anything else, well, that's it for iOS 18.5. It's quite a small update. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Peace.